after the year we've all just had, you might be feeling a little bit tense. So we just want you to take a moment to sit back and relax as our next guest helps your stresses simply melt away.
That was so good. So good. Yakov Darling Khan is a practicing shaman and claims his movement medicine will quite literally shake away your problems. He joins us now. Morning, Yakov.
Good morning to you all.
Good
nice
morning.
to see you.
This is also fascinating to me. Firstly, can you tell us how this works?
Well, basically, when we're faced with a lot of unknowns, like we are today, we need a quick way to change our state. And shamans throughout the ages have found ways of supporting us to do that. And for us, who've grown up in the industrial world, the key way to do that is by engaging the wisdom of the body and the wisdom of the heart. That means being able to shift our attention from what we're thinking about, all the fears and stresses. It's a tough time for all of us. So rather than carrying that around with us in our body and then letting that spill over, into our relationships with the people we care about most, taking responsibility for that and giving ourselves a very quick way to empty out that stress, to ground ourselves and to gain access to the resources that we are born with. We are physical beings. Our bodies were made to dance. They were made to work. They weren't designed just to sit still and look at a screen all day. That builds up a lot of cortisone and all kinds of stress hormones in the body, and eventually either we can implode or explode. And this simple practice that I'm wanting to share with you today is one very direct way that you and your listeners and watchers might use to empty out so that we can find a little bit more peace, a little bit more inspiration. I genuinely believe that we are all massively creative human beings, and we have resources and resilience that's untapped because our education makes us or invites us mostly to stay up in our heads. Now, the head's wonderful. We can create all kinds of brilliant things. But the head without a body leaves us ungrounded, leaves us gathering stress day by day. Shaking medicines.
When you were, I think, 22, in a seemingly a sort of different life. It's a summer storm. You're out with a mate. You've got an umbrella. You're playing golf, and you are struck by lightning, which is where your life changes. Had you always been spiritual, or was it the case of being confronted by something so mighty as a lightning bolt that you think, actually, I need to find my place on this planet?
I was always spiritual, but like all teenagers, I wanted to fit in. So I kind of pushed that part of my life away, and that lightning bolt, which hit the umbrella and threw my friend off me, like anyone who's faced with their own mortality rather suddenly, it's an opportunity to look again at what really matters. And so I started to seek out then the kind of things that I was interested in as a child. And, shaman, it's a very down-to-earth job. It's a vocation. The job of a shaman is to be with their community, to help them to know the power of nature that's inside them, to know their own creativity, to know their own healing power, and to live more in harmony and balance with who they are, rather than who we put ourselves under a lot of pressure to be somebody else, to look good, to say the right thing, all of these things, rather than learning to trust who we are and that we all have something of great value to offer. And that's the shaman's role, is to create spaces where human beings can remember that we are connected. Even when we're in lockdown, like now, we can experience that feeling of connection.
And you're going to do that for us today because you have this sort of shaking medicine. I was listening to you, the music earlier on, and there's a little bit Bare Necessities about it. I mean, there's a sort of drum beat here, which
good.
I absolutely loved. I couldn't help but sing Bare Necessities when I heard it, but there is something quite primal about it. So just let's just do 30 seconds of that.
Perfect. Okay, everybody. So, I want to invite you where you are. Make sure you take care of your body. Let the weight of your body, the weight of your feelings and thoughts drop down through gravity down into the ground so that you can feel that you are supported. Anything that you're worried about, any stresses, any concerns, they are held by gravity. And then let the body feel that rhythm. And very simply, like you guys are doing, just let the body rock. Let it rock. Let the shoulders be loose. Let the elbows be loose. Breathing really helps. Breathing in, and as you breathe out, shaking a little bit, shaking the body, and breathing out that stress. Imagine, like with the weight, everything dropping down. You're looking great, guys. You're looking good.
I'm not sure we did.
Letting that drop down, shaking the body, breathing in, breathing out, shaking, letting the head very gently move around the shoulders, the weight of the head, the weight of all of those thoughts and stresses and worries dropping down to the ground. This is movement medicine. This is the medicine of the dancer in you. Wonderful. Go on, move it. Go on. I love that Bare Necessity move, Phil. You've got it.
So good. Thank you, Jakob. That's good fun.
That was fun.
Good fun. Love that.
Enjoyed myself.
Well, I love it. I feel better. And I think that's the whole point. Thank you.
That is the whole point.
Thanks a lot.
You're so welcome. Thank you, guys. Thanks for the time. All the best to everybody.
And to you.